Hi there, my name is Jessica Abawag, and I'm the owner and speech-language pathologist of Fluens Children's Therapy, with locations in Tacoma, Washington, and Columbia, Tennessee. And we provide speech therapy and occupational therapy to children. Today we're going to talk about how parents can help a child with a speech delay. Oftentimes, one of the most commonly asked questions we get from parents, especially on the first meeting, is how their child developed a speech delay. And I totally understand where they're coming from and why they want these answers. Unfortunately, the research isn't great right now in terms of pinpointing what causes a speech delay, unless there's some known incident or fact, such as another diagnosis or a stroke or an injury to the brain. So unfortunately, we aren't able to give parents a clear answer on why their child developed a speech delay. But one of the great things is that we can provide some tools and resources that parents can do at home and in their daily routines to help support their child with a speech delay. So one of the things that we can do in terms of helping parents to help their child is we encourage them to use lots of gestures when they're talking. So for instance, if they are wanting to draw their child's attention to a plane or a bird, we tell them to point. When they're going to pick their child up from the ground or a playpen, we encourage parents to lift their hands to show them that they're going to pick them up. We encourage them when they're singing or dancing to use gestures in that regard. Another thing that we encourage parents to do is to repeat themselves. Kids, especially younger kids or kids with a speech delay, need a lot of repetition in order to understand what others are saying, as well as in order to produce or imitate the word or phrase or sound that we're wanting them to make. So if parents have a similar routine, whether it's at bath time or meal time or bedtime, use similar phrases or words such as it's time to take a bath, first we turn on the water, then we get in the bathtub, then we play with toys. If the same words and phrases are used in the same order, kids can start to predict and understand better what others are trying to say, and they can start to hear more repetitions of the words that their parents are saying in order to more easily imitate or produce those words. So using lots of gestures and repeating themselves, parents repeating or caregivers repeating themselves with those gestures can really be helpful. Another example is every time a child is picked up from the ground or their playpen or their stroller or their high chair, the parent will always say the same word, either just the word up or time to get up or I'm going to pick you up. Parents can choose whatever feels natural to them and they can use that phrase over and over. And honestly, parents will wear out from using it and hearing it much faster than kids will. So there's no fear or no harm in using it over and over again, because that's actually really helpful for kids who have a speech delay. Another tool that we encourage parents to use is sign language. The goal isn't to make your child fluent in sign language, but it's really just a bridge for kids to either latch onto a gesture, so not just relying on the spoken word, but also seeing a visual, whether it's more or all done or please or thank you, or drink, or milk, anything that a child will commonly encounter in their daily lives. Use that sign to help them both understand the words that are being spoken, as well as to give them an opportunity to copy the sign without having to say the word. So the more that, again, repetition is key, the more that the kids are exposed to the sign from the parent, the more likely they are to imitate and to understand what is being said. So again, sign language is great. There are a lot of great resources online to find just simple signs. Again, where the goal is not to make the kids fluent in sign language, but to just latch onto some key important words that will get them something they want right away. So again, things like more or milk, anything that they or eat is a great one too, because that can be used over and over again during meal times. And food is often highly reinforcing or motivating for kids to be able to say something. So again, even when kids aren't able to talk, they can use the sign in order to get what they want. So those are some general guidelines or tips that we encourage parents to use at home with their kids when their kid has a speech delay. But oftentimes additional support is needed from a speech therapist, so if this is something that you're facing with your child, don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'll be happy to set up an evaluation to see what your child's needs are and how we can help. Have a great day.